Welcome everyone. Welcome. Vince Reed here with another overview. And if you're looking at the screen, it says, what's the catch? Is PeopleString really free? Now I know when you hear anything is free, especially nowadays, everyone's kind of horns come out and say, what's the catch? Am I going to be paying, some money 3 months from now? And I'm here to tell you that's not the case. It is completely free. And I've been in the business roughly around 3 days now. And if you look at my account, I think I'm doing pretty good here. I already have some activity going on, made close to $100, and expecting to take this opportunity all the way to the top. So what I want to do is kind of give you a quick overview of PeopleString and tell you exactly how they're able to essentially pay you to open up your mail. Okay? Now, when we look at these companies here, you see Facebook and Google and Yahoo and all the companies here. The main goal for these companies is to essentially get you to their location, to get you on the Google, to get as much traffic as they can. And they have a lot of advertisers that will pay them simply on impressions. They will pay them based on, per click, and obviously the amount of people navigating through particular websites. So for example, on Facebook, as you add friends and as you continue to do what you do as far as communicate and network on there, these companies continue to make money, okay, by the amount of traffic and the amount of people coming into their network. Okay, you have hundreds of thousands of people coming onto the internet each day, and hundreds of thousands, if not more, people joining these social networking sites. Okay, so this is a gold mine for these companies because they make money every time you bring on people, and the more people they get, the more money they make. The only problem is they don't share any of this revenue with you. And PeopleString is quite the opposite. Essentially, you're going to make money from opening your mail, and they're going to share all of their revenue that they get from all their advertisers and all the ads and everything that they get within their system with you. So how can they afford to pay me to simply check my mail? I'm going to show you how. I'm going to start off with a basic example right here of a direct mail campaign. I've had a few businesses in my life, so I know firsthand how expensive and how risky it can be to basically send mail, especially in today's economy. So basically, using this example on a 100,000 piece mail at 20 cents, let's say they have a great deal with the post office, they're doing bulk mail, so they basically can send it out for 20 cents. But typically, you're going to see 42 cents with a good bulk piece of mail, if not more. But let's just base this example here on 20 cents. Okay, so we have a total of 100,000 piece mail at 20 cents is a total of $20,000 spent for this mail at 20 cents. Okay, now typically the general rule, you're going to see a 1 to 3% of the mail that you send out opened. Okay, so if you send out 100-piece mail, you're going to be lucky to see a 3%, return. But we're going to, for this particular example, let's say you get a 3% return on the mail. Now remember, these companies buy a list. These people haven't asked for anything that you're sending. Most of the time, you get the mail and you throw it away. Okay, so these numbers, 3% is actually pretty high in today's economy, but we'll use 3%. So we have 3,000 people opened it at 3%. Now, generally, you're going to see a 10 to 15% ratio of people who are going to purchase the merchandise or the items that are being sold who open that mailer. So out of 3,000 people, as you can see, we have 450 people actually bought something, and we're using 15%. So we're going to go with the higher number, which is also pretty high for today's economy. So if 450 people purchase something, let's say they spent $50 on each item, you're looking at $22,500 of profit that came in, obviously not including expenses that month. So when you take away the cost of the mailer, which is $20,000, you're stuck with a profit of $2,500. Okay, this is very difficult for companies, and this is why it's, companies are looking for creative ways to advertise. Okay, if you're doing mail, obviously you're looking at stuff like this, but even if you were thinking about advertising on TV, everyone uses TiVo now. So essentially, people don't even watch commercials. So why is PeopleString so valuable? And I'm going to show you. Okay, when you first come into PeopleString, you're going to fill out a survey. All right, you're going to fill out a survey. You're going to answer questions about yourself, and that's going to open up you to receiving this mail once you confirm your card or your code. Okay, you're going to be able to get targeted mail directed towards you. Now, what does this mean? Now, when someone comes in as a company and they purchase 100,000 records, okay, and they're actually targeted in things that you may particularly like, and you're spending 20 cents and you spend $20,000 for that mailer, the percentage opened is probably going to be 100%, simply because now when they send you the mail, okay, you're going to be looking out for it because you're going to get paid, okay, as a PeopleString user. You're going to make money. But just to be devil's advocate, okay, just to see a little bit of a difference, let's say 95 to 75%. Okay, but I don't know about you. If I know I'm going to get some mail and I'm going to make money, I'm going to open it. But let's just say 75% here. Now, at 75% open, that's 75,000 people opened up the mail. Okay, and that's 75,000 people who not only opened up the mail, we're looking out for the mail. That's pretty good. So let's say we have a 10 to 15% rate of obviously people that we're going to buy, the same as the other example that we saw here. But for this, let's use the 10%. Let's go even lower, which we know will probably be a lot higher because you're getting mail that, you know, is probably going to interest you. But that's 7,500 people are going to basically purchase something at 10%. Okay, now if I purchase something here and I was one of these 75 people, let's say that we purchased an item the same way as the other example at $50. That's a profit of $375,500, okay, for, you know, the company, okay? Now, when you take that away from the cost of the mailer, I believe this is off by $500, but we're looking at $355,000 roughly in profit. Now, all I have to say is, wow, that's great if you're a company. That's great for us. We make money. Everyone's happy. And how valuable is that information in our data? Okay, it's very valuable. That's how they're able to pay you. All right? So you get paid by the extreme profits that you see. Now, remember, we use 75%. And if you're in this business, I'm sure you're going to open up your mail just like me, and that's going to be a lot higher, which equals a lot more revenue for these companies. Now, the other example I want to show you here is simply email. Okay, you're allowing these companies to email you as well. But remember, companies right now can't email you. If they do, obviously they're using spam, and that's illegal, and most of the time you just delete it. But what about now when these companies email you? That's free, you're looking out for it, and you're going to make money. Okay, how genius is that? So, you know, what's the difference here? All the mail is targeted. Okay, when you come in and you fill out that survey, and you know, maybe there's a question, do you like sports? Do you like basketball or something like that? And if you're like me, I'm a huge Laker fan. So maybe I get something in the mail that says buy cheap Laker tickets. Obviously, what does that mean? It means I'm more likely to buy. And that's why our data, and that's why they can afford to pay you, and that's why it's free. Okay, because PeopleString is essentially sharing that profit, that revenue with you. They're cutting out the middleman. So unlike Facebook, where if I'm the company and I pay based on impressions, I pay Facebook a certain amount of money just for, you know, obviously the conversions and the amount of traffic. Now I don't have to do that. If I'm a company, I can go straight to you, and that data is mine forever. So I can continue to market to you, and it's really exciting for the company and for yourself if you're in this business, simply because it's unlimited on how much money you want to make, how much mail you want to open. You control that. You want to make $300 or $500 a month or a week. You just open up more mail and do more surveys and enjoy the site. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is basically look at this here, and it says, you know, it's basically telling you there's no catch. It's free. Okay, so that's pretty much answering the question for you. You're not going to get charged 3 days later or 12 months later. If you come in for free, you can definitely make money. So what you want to do is get back to the person who got you to this video, okay, and sign up for free today. And if you want more of my training and get more information on PeopleString, you can go to youtube.com/mailboxcashbox, and I'll be there hopefully giving you more information here in the future. And until the next webinar, I will see you then. Take care. Have a great day.